Every week, you get multiple Excel files from your wholesale customer 50 orders, maybe 100, maybe 200, and you know exactly what is coming. Hours of copying and pasting into your ERP, SKU by SKU, address by address, and somewhere around order 57, you make a typo, wrong quantity, wrong address, and now you've got an angry customer and a returns nightmare. What if I told you that that entire process could happen automatically in under 60 seconds? That's exactly what I'll be showing you today. Hello, I'm Abby. I'm your AI automation specialist that helps your business generate more revenue while improving efficiency. Today, I'm going to be walking you through a real system that I built for an e commerce company that processes bulk orders from their B2B wholesale partners automatically. No more manual data entry, no more copy paste errors, no more wasted hours. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly how the system works, and you would also be able to think about building something similar for your own business. Let's go. Here is the situation. You're running an e commerce business and you've landed multiple wholesale customers. Great news, right? More revenue, bigger orders. But here is what nobody tells you about B2B. They don't order through your website like normal customers. Sometimes they send you Excel files, CSV files, Google Sheets every week, sometimes every day. And those files would usually contain hundreds of line items. You'd have things like order for location A with different items, order for location B with different items. That's basically what happens. So, someone in your team would have to look out for the email, take that Excel file, and then start manually entering every single order into your ERP system. And that means that for every order, you'd have to look up each product by SKU manually. You have to find the correct delivery address. You have to enter quantity one by one. Then you have to calculate shipping costs, add any surcharge like deposit fees. And if you're in Germany, like this client of mine, you have the bottle deposits to calculate on top of everything else. So this is not a 10 minutes job. We're talking 2, 3, or 4 hours of tedious data entry every single week. And the worst part, it's not just slow, it's actually very risky because a wrong digit in the quantity field or a wrong address can actually make you ship, let's say, 5,000 or 10,000 euros worth of product to the wrong location. Your customer is on the phone asking you where their order is. Now, let's talk about what this actually costs. First is the obvious cost, which is time. If someone in your team spends 4 hours a week on this, that is 16 hours a month, and that is almost 2 full working days on data entry. But here is the hidden cost most people don't think about: the error. Every manual entry is a chance for something to go wrong. And in B2B, mistakes are very expensive. Wrong shipments could mean return shipping costs. They mean expedited reshipping to fix the cost. They mean damaged relationships with customers who trusted you to get it right. And then there is the opportunity cost. The person doing the data entry, they could be doing something that actually grows your business: marketing, product development, customer service. Instead, they are copying and pasting from Excel like we're in 2005. This is not sustainable. And if you're planning to grow, if you want more wholesale customers, bigger orders, then the problem only gets worse. So here is what we built: an automated system that takes that Excel file and turns it into fully processed orders in your ERP automatically. And here is how it works. So first, the system watches your inbox for the emails from your wholesale partner. So when an email arrives from your wholesale partners with an Excel attachment, it triggers automatically. It reads the Excel file and extracts every order, every PO number, the product SKUs, quantity, de- delivery locations, everything. Then it now matches each product to your inventory system. It pulls in the correct pricing and then looks up the right delivery address. Thereafter, it calculates everything that needs to be calculated. We're talking shipping costs that is based on weight, deposits, fees for bottled items, everything. Then it goes on to create the order in your ERP, fully formed and ready to fulfill. Lastly, it sends you a confirmation email with a summary: how many orders were created, total value, and any issue that needs attention. And everything takes just about 45 seconds, not hours, seconds. Let me show you how this actually works inside Anything. So this is the workflow. It looks complex at first glance, but it's really just a series of logical steps. So let me walk you through the main section. So first we have the trigger. This is an email trigger using IMAP. It monitors the inbox and fires whenever a new mail arrives. We filter it to only trigger for emails from our wholesale partners so that random emails don't accidentally kick off the process. Then we extract the data from the Excel attachment. Anything has built-in notes for reading spreadsheets. So this is actually straightforward. Then we hit the main processing section. And this is where we authenticate with the ERP system. We fetch the product data and then we check for duplicates and then we build the order payload. And then lastly, we create the orders and send the confirmation email. So let me now zoom into the key parts. One challenge with B2B orders is that delivery addresses vary. Our wholesale partners have multiple locations, sometimes hundreds. We're talking maybe studios, branches, retail partner. Each order goes to a different place. So the first thing we do is to fetch all the delivery addresses from the ERP system and then build a lookup map. When an order comes in for a particular location, we map it to the correct address ID automatically. That's what the system does. We even handle partial matching. So let's say it just gives a partial address, but the ERP has the full address. The system is smart enough to go and find the right match. Same idea for products. We fetch every product variation from the ERP, including the special B2B pricing, because wholesale customers get different prices than retail. So when the Excel says a particular product ID and then the quantity, the system looks up that SKU and finds the product name, the wholesale price, the weight, everything we need. Now, the build order payload, that is actually the heart of the workflow, because for each order, this particular node calculates the total weight. It determines the shipping cost as well. Then it checks if the product needs a deposit fee added. Thereafter, it builds the complete order structure that the ERP expects, and then it handles all the tax calculation as well. For the deposit fee, we have a list of products that require them. So those have also been placed in that code note. In Germany, where this client is located, if the order includes a bottled item, the system automatically adds the correct deposit amount with the right tax. Here is something important. We're looking at the check PO already exists node. What happens if someone accidentally sends the same Excel file twice, or maybe the workflow runs again on an email that has already been processed? We check. So before creating any order, the system verifies that a particular PO number doesn't already exist in the system. If it does, the system skips it. So there is no duplicate order, no double shipment. So what did this system actually achieve for the client? Before automation, they were spending 3 to 4 hours on manual data entry every week. Then there were regular errors. At times there will be wrong quantities, wrong addresses, and then there were also delayed order processing because staff would be busy with other tasks at times. Lastly, the staff were very stressed because of the repetitive work. But after automation, the processing time dropped from hours to under a minute. And then there was zero errors, zero data entry errors. Then orders were processed immediately the email arrived. Now the team is freed up to actually focus on customer relationships and growth. But here is the thing, this particular system also scales. So whether the Excel has 10 orders or 200 orders or 500 orders, the processing time is very much the same. So we can't actually say that, or we can't actually say the same for manual data entry. If you're processing B2B orders manually and you're ready to automate, here is what I'll suggest. Start by mapping out your current processing. Where does the order come from? What system do they need to end up in? What calculations or lookup needs to happen in between? Once you have that map, building the workflow will just be like connecting the dots because you've done the hard work. And if or you want to help building something like this for your business, the link to book a consultation is in the description. And if this was helpful, give a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want more real world automation builds like this one. And drop a comment telling me what process is eating up your team's time. Maybe that's the next video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.